So,
Oh, sorry.
oh, sorry, Pete.
Go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure, and more specifically, welcome to the long-awaited return. Lost in the sands, mist of time. Welcome to Out of the Cold. It's a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are Malfrey. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a little bit, and we have been doing a lot of poorly, a lot of busy, and stuff like that. So if you've missed us, we're sorry, but stuff and life and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, George, love it. Right. So when we last left our heroes, they had set out from the city of Kakanzax to travel to defeat a lich that had been raising undead creatures and also had sent a white dragon to attack the city of Kakanzax. They had discovered that the lich had captured white dragon babies, and that is how it had convinced the white dragon to attack the city, holding its young hostage. They also needed to get out there to find the Thelunian flask, the only possible thing that can cure several of the party and NPC friends that are in and about this place. They had traveled out there, encountered a giant evil pirate ship filled with skeletons. They defeated that, no trouble at all. Gone on to the city of Merin, got a bit creeped out by a strange sort of spell that surrounded the place, and a sort of druid-esque character that they discovered that was the sort of leader or spiritual person of the town. Finally, they made their way off into the wastes, and then, whilst camping quietly, Mororook bellowed out in the silence of the night when surrounded by hordes of zombies, several hundred meters away, but in the silence of an ice-filled wasteland, travels far. And teamed up briefly with a dwarf that was then very quickly destroyed by an undead mammoth. They went on a crazy sort of chase with creatures coming at them from all sides, out onto a frozen lake / river. They had several ways to go. The ice was cracking behind them. Finally, they defeat the last few ones. Then there was a decision to turn left or right, basically, and Mororook convinced them to turn a certain direction, and they followed it. And now we find our heroes in the center of a frozen lake, and this lake is vast, and all up around climb ginormous mountains, black sort of dark grey rock, and then peaked with snow. Very little forestry. The slopes are so steep. It's almost like when you see a volcano that has been filled with water, and it hasn't had time to purchase. The soil hasn't built or grown there. In the center, there is an island that you are on a kind of shale beach of at the moment. Most of you're starting to do some exploration, but I think we'll probably do that today. Now, Arden had pulled out a tool and looked in and used it the way that he knows how to. And normally this item gives him some foresight looking forward, but instead in this place, it did a time-lapse reverse of time. And what was revealed was this was a no, I'm fine. Sure. This was not always a lake. It was not always so. It was not always this shape. And the level that you stand on now is a risen water level. And beneath, and where you are, a tower once stood many meters high, and you are there. This kind of strange stone, dark green, marble-esque kind of stuff that it was built out of, and you are on this shale beach. We had Nyala had set up a tiny hut and had squeezed in with Bjorn and Espen. and was bear care or bear caring for the time being. Nan, I believe you were foraging, and
That sounds very Nan.
and you had a little test of the water and found it to be not good. Yeah. So there was a test of some water, and it was fouled, and you were kind of collecting this kind of pond weed type stuff that would, where the ice met the island, and I believe Rook had had kind of prayed at some point, got on their haunches and spoke out, asking for an answer. But nothing.
We don't know what he said. We don't know.
No one knows what he said. You just might have. Some of you might have caught Rook kneel down. Were you tucked away? Were you kind of? I think.
Yeah, I was kind of like away from the crowd.
Yeah, away from the maddening crowd. Okay, cool. Now, Bishop and Arden. There was a plan to start exploring this space, I believe. Shall we go from there? I think you're in the hut, so you can't do much. I think Nan, I think you'd begin to maybe start cooking. I think was like for them to come back while they were scouting. I'm not sure. I might be putting ideas in your head.
Sounds very Nan.
Yeah. Okay. Nan, cooking, setting up a little fire somewhere outside the hut. Shale beach is quite flat, and then raising up at these kind of stark, jagged rocks like this that have kind of passageways that lead off into the center of this island. Tell me, Rook, where are you? Are you meeting up with Arden and Bishop and having a wander, or is there anything else anybody wants to do before we start exploring?
Just petting the bears.
You're petting
making
bears.
Sure that they're okay
Right.
and everything.
You get them scritches in.
Yeah, I think I was just gonna like after I've finished, kind of like praying, kind of went and met up with Arden and Bishop and kind of like go and scout out the area.
I was going to say, have we established that after I wandered off instead of coming back, Bishop was going to let him follow me, and then I'm guessing now Rook.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
I think maybe this is
I didn't want to be out in the wilderness alone.
No, a three-party wander. So I think Arden, you get to the edge of one of these kind of jagged rocks that kind of move up like this, and then they're this way, and you can kind of see like a crooked maze that leads into this into the depths of the island. The shale kind of sprays out from the front of
which in the vision I saw the tower from the center of the island that used to be there.
Yeah.
As far as we knew.
You believe when you kind of saw that vision, you were almost floating because you saw that there was no ice beneath you, but it went several hundred feet down, and then several hundred feet above you, you could see this ginormous tower, even at the height that you already were.
Or almost as if maybe centuries ago that this island was actually the top of it, like halfway up a mountain, since all the water's now there. Or the frozen lake is there.
The frozen lake has kind of risen up round where it was, definitely. Yeah.
But centuries ago, maybe the lake wasn't there, and hence a mountain.
Indeed, yeah. So, are we having a wander? In through
yeah, 100%. Let's. We're just wandering along the coast a little bit, just trying to.
Okay, you're just walking along the kind of edge of these teeth that stick up, or are you going into them?
I'm going up or in.
What, deeper into the island, or are we talking about around the?
You can skirt the beach if you want to kind of work out how far this stretches, or you can actually enter within these kind of crevices that kind of lead into the center.
I'm concerned if we're going to go any further deeper, we should probably get the others. Don't think we should go any deeper alone. I say the three of us, but.
Pete, you said that as we were arriving here, it looked like it seemed like a pretty long island, right?
It's, I'd say it's several miles in circumference. that you could see as you approached. You kind of see like the front of it, as it were. You see the shale beach was the easiest place to get on with the cart, with the sled, sorry, and the bears in the exhausted state that they were. And then you could make out from a distance that there was more of the taller rocks to the left and right of it. So you've got probably about half a mile of beach, shale, not like sand, but like this kind of loose grey slate.
It's quite clear that we need to be going towards the center of this island where this tower was, or even if there was one. But if we do decide to go in a bit, let's not go too far, and then go back and get the others maybe. Get an idea of what's ahead.
I recommend going at least 100, 120 feet in, just to make sure that it's at least safe for where we are currently stationed at.
Yeah,
We'll just have a little
I
look.
think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you start squeezing your way in between these rocks. Certain bits get narrower and then they're wider, and then there's little there's like spaces where the rock is like kind of created little rooms almost, but not quite. This is natural formation. Can you each make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh shit! Here we go.
We're starting off strong.
13.
13. Oh, I think I've frozen. Sorry. I'm sure I'll reattach to the World Wide Web in a second.
So these new Vecna dice are doing me well so far.
Oh, 2?
What did you buy them?
No, 22.
22. Okay, 22. And Arden, sorry, I stalled for a second there.
19.
19. Okay. You kind of move your way in between, and you can see the rocks rise up above you, and sometimes they almost cut out any of the daylight that is just sort of brimming into this space. If you remember, the sun's very low here, and it was only just coming to dawn. That kind of pale light glimmering across the place. Bishop, you come close to one of the rocks, and you slip slightly, and you touch its surface, and you feel it's slick, like wet and moist, and it glistens slightly. And as you take away your hand, you have some sort of residue on it, and you kind of just brush it off. And you come to an opening, and you have a couple of passages ahead of you. You got left, right, or like a center passage if you would like to go down.
Do I see the fact that Bishop has slipped and all this kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah, your passive would be enough. It's quiet. It's very quiet in any of this place, so sound would echo quite stupendously off this rock face. So you would hear like a kind of little stumble and or maybe of a slip of some of the shale.
Are you all right, Bishop?
Yeah, I just gotta be more careful in where I step. I almost just slipped. As far as I know, it's nothing to be worried about.
What's on your hand?
I look at my hand.
You can see like, have you ever seen like when you get like the oil have you ever picked up a piece of coal and you get that kind of oil residue from it? Something like that on your hand.
Being proficient in alchemist tools, I am able to identify certain alchemical things, whether they're liquids or whatnot. But obviously, depending on what it is, whether I would be able to identify it from sight and touch, or whether I would have to then get my supplies out to test. Depends on.
Let's say
I'd have
make
to do
it
there.
make a straight roll if you want to do it without getting out your test equipment, and would let you have it with advantage with the two of you doing it. So one of you make a roll. Of an
For
intelligence,
what?
I
What
guess.
intelligence? All right. Yeah. You want to roll separate or give advantage? Up to you.
Rolling separate still advantage, really, isn't it? So let's do it and let's just see who figures it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my actual dice for this one.
Whoop, whoop.
It's a straight roll.
14.
14.
18.
18.
Nice.
It comes to you a little quicker. This could very well be coal, but it doesn't seem. It has that kind of, that minerally smell that you get from coal. It has something of that to it, but it isn't quite coal. It's so similar.
And that's just like what's left over.
Yeah,
when
it's
I
on
just
your hand.
touch it.
Yeah, you just kind of got a bit on your hand.
From where I slipped, what does the rock look like? Like,
It
does it look
has a
like?
smear in it.
Before we go any further, I'm not 100% sure, but my gut instinct is let's nobody light any flames. This might be the aftermath or the residue of something big or catastrophic, but it also could still be quite dangerous. So maybe not light any flames.
Okay, so you've got several passages ahead of you.
Is there any breeze or any natural light? Is there any difference in these passages? Does one seem to have any plant life?
Those
You
having
could-
some connection issues.
You
Damper
could
than the other?
you could make a survival check to see which is the more preferable way to go to. Oh, George has whizzed off and he's coming back.
Oh no. Okay.
It's just here.
Rolling super fucking low, man. 13
Yo,
Survival. Where's
with
my
a +7 as well. Oh my god.
survival?
Survival, if you like.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
16 plus 4.
Nice.
You're trying to figure out which passage is more preferable.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, my computer just completely blue screened. 15.
Okay. You make the idea in your head, Arden, that the most likely way towards the center is the left-hand passage because you've kind of come in to the right. You kind of want to go back this way.
We should go this way.
Okay,
Yeah.
you do.
Okay.
You follow down. Can I have you make again each of your dexterity save?
Prepare for me to roll a 1. And that's where my luck's been going. Hey. Above a 10. Ah, shit. What I roll? Fuck.
6.
16.
6, 16,
13.
13. Okay, so Arden and Mororook. So what was yours, Bishop?
16.
So Arden and Rook, you similarly stumble and again touch the walls and this substance on your hand again. Like you kind of trip and get a bit, maybe you get a bit on your knee, Rook, and it's kind of on your fur and it's claggy.
I'm going to try and take a vial from my alchemist pack and I'm going to try and
Scoop some.
get some into it and have an essence of whatever this is so that when we do go back, then I can do a little bit more thorough testing to try and pinpoint what I believe this is.
Can I do something similar? Can I lick it to see if I know what it is?
Yeah, you can.
He's like the best person to
It's like-
look
it's like-
at, honestly.
Barbarians. At least they got high constitution, right? If it's gonna poison him, we'll find out.
So you just put your tongue on it, is that right?
Yeah, so I kind of do like a little like
What is it with D&D players and licking shit? Like we would
Bean-
never do
beans the
that in
same.
real life.
Beans
We
the
would
same
never do that.
all the time. Just like any chance Killian gets,
Just gonna
tongues on
lick
it.
stuff.
tongues on it every time.
Well,
Okay.
people lick stuff all the time, especially what geologists.
Okay.
Are they the ones like study the rock and stuff?
You take
Geologists.
10 acid damage.
Of course he does.
okay.
Why?
Because it's funny. That's
Okay. And it burns your tongue. Like, I mean, your tongue is like blistered.
Okay, but do I know what it is because of this?
Well, we know it's acidic. That's what we
It's
know.
a kind of acid. Yeah, it's a kind of acid. But
Oh,
it-
then.
At least Nan
Other-
doesn't have to worry about her cooking because you won't be able to taste anything.
it seems to be like the softer tissue it really affected.
Guys, don't lick it. It's some sort of acid.
You sound perfectly normal to me.
A bit.
mhm.
Don't let it touch your skin. Okay.
It's already
Right.
on.
I'm like fully covered. The only thing that's closed are my eyes. So I don't know about y'all.
Onwards.
Arden, you feel like a tingle in your hand, but like it's not as bad because your skin is exposed here on your hands. You don't wear gloves. You'll need them for
Yeah, I've got
punching.
the Vem braces, yeah.
Yeah, your round braces, but it tingles, so you can kind of rub it off on some of the on your hands.
Rook goes rabid,
Um,
frothing at the
I'm the crazy rabbit rook.
it's like it's kind of to put him down.
Come and try it.
So you walk along this passageway, and you come. Can you everybody? So Arden, because you're kind of leading. Can you make a survival check for me, please? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Survival. Come on. Ooh,
Oh,
that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Plus
it's
4,
going,
5.
it's going really, really well.
Oh no, this started so well.
Your journey is you think you're getting on pretty well, moving towards the center of the island, but you come across like a solid wall right in front of you of this this kind of black rock down
I
the
guess is it the
passageway.
cart?
someone start a spark, you know, like as a player, kind of like one of
No, please
see if
don't.
it like
Please don't.
as a player.
yes.
I knock on whatever this wall seems to be, try and see how firm it is, whether it's a solid structure or part of the landscape, or whether it's
Um,
not my
You-
skin, but like, well, I suppose, yeah. I'll have tried to wrap my hands up in some bits of cloth.
okay.
while we're
Yeah,
moving,
to
just in
try and
case I
protect yourself,
so
just
I
in
don't
case it's
get
the
it on
same
my
acid.
fingers.
Yeah. Okay. You feel that the wall kind of gives a bit, and then it kind of, as you pull your hand, it kind of almost attaches to you a bit.
Meth.
Like if I like a liquid, or it's just like
Like it's
It's-
tar.
oh yeah, definitely do not light any flames at all. Please.
Is this for me?
You're not here.
You're not there.
I know. Inflame.
Do you know I use
Wizard.
mostly fire spells, right?
I'm aware. I am aware. I'm very distinctly aware.
Wait,
Uh,
Arden, you want me to light a torch so you can see?
Rook, don't even joke. I can see now. I have this. Don't even joke.
I can't. Just saying, I'm like blind.
Bishop can't see. I think we should light a torch.
It's daytime.
We're in a cave.
It's like very narrow. You get a pinprick of light. It's low light.
Never mind.
I'll say that while them two are like closer, I'm assuming you guys are like right up against the wall. I'm gonna hang a little bit back. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. What do I have on me, honestly, for weapons? I only have my whip and the dagger. I take out my whip, so to speak, and like flick my wrist a bit as like blood trickles down my hand, like onto the weapon as I activate my Rite of Dawn so that I can see, because it like it's just bright light out to 20 feet.
Okay.
Radiant? Radiant?
Radiant.
Radiant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use fire if you want me to.
So you light up this space, and you can sort of see that this wall is soft, and you can see that it has like an edge where it becomes the more solid rock.
Can I suggest a plan? Let's go back, get the others, and then
What?
because the shoal beach doesn't seem to have this, maybe we should, this is going to sound really stupid, light a fire to clear this stuff ahead of us, wait for the fire to burn down, and then proceed.
And this is in the cave?
It's like narrow crevasses, like going in between rock. Have you ever seen, like when you look down upon like cracked mud?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
like
can
that.
see like
Oh,
the
okay.
passages, like that kind of thing. That's the best way to describe it, probably.
Like canyons.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
narrow canyons. Yeah.
Crevices.
Hmm.
Is that, I don't know. I don't want to get ourselves in a position where we're too deep in and then having to trudge through this stuff to get out if we get into any danger. Or if we burn it out.
How far are we?
Might draw
into
some
this-
attention, but
How far are we in this crevice?
You could make a survival check now.
Yeah.
See if you can figure out.
Hopefully. Hey, 25.
Haha. Bishop, you turn round and you recognize immediately where you are. You see three very familiar passageways in front of you that Arden told you to take the left one of. You think you've been spun round in a complete circle and you've come back, and the way that you entered this little room or this little alcove, this opening, is where the wet thing is.
Wait, hold up. Whoa, what? So we're basically right at the beginning?
so the entrance in which we originally came in is blocked by this big wet thing.
Ah.
Fuck.
Now,
Oh, shit.
now shall I light a torch?
No. Under no circumstances are you to light a torch. However,
No,
Smash.
I'm not
That
equipped
thing
to
right
fight
there, that
that thing right now.
wet wall might be alive.
So smash.
I don't even know at this point. I poke it.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Aye!
I just don't even know.
6
It's
acid
not going to
damage.
move if we don't do anything. 6 acid damage.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing all the.
Okay. I'll
I'm
roll
guessing
it.
it's burnt
I'll
through.
roll it and take the
Great.
lower. 6 acid damage.
6 acids. Of course. 6 acid damage. Okay. I can take that. I'm not that bad. I'm not that squidgy. I say that. I am. I'm just as squishy as a wizard. I just have a little bit more defense.
Nan,
We have the same hit dice.
Yeah.
would you make me a perception check while you're out there doing the cooking,
Of course. Yes.
please?
Isn't it? What happened to my. Bear with me. I've got to roll a d4.
Fluffy dice. 18.
Oh,
I love fluffy dice.
You have, as you're stirring this pot of harvested pondweed and whatever rations and things that you managed to scrape with you, or whatever of the ton of rations that you received, and what you've scavenged out the back and that Godfrey hasn't eaten, you managed to make something really nice. It's smelling not bad. Get the strangest. Which way are you facing? Are you looking out to the lake, or are you looking into the island as you stir this sort of pot? Tell me.
The lake gave me big, like, not able to contain living creatures vibes. So I don't think I'd see that as a threat particularly. Unless it was kind of, well, I don't know. Everything's a threat. I don't know. Maybe
literally,
everything's-
everything is a threat. Everything is a threat.
to be fair, not to be too meta about it, but if my friends went in a direction, I would be looking, glancing in the direction that various friends are. So that means that Nyala's still around, right? So
Yeah.
I would also be keeping an eye on Nyala.
Yeah, and so, is the orb see through for your tiny hut at the moment? Yeah, transparent. Lovely. So you can see this very snuggly situation going on. Bears getting.
Can I just point
squishy.
out the 3 marshals are the ones that went off on their own?
Yes.
Yeah, and you left the most squishy one.
Excuse me. Ranger is sort
Marshal.
of marshal.
You're ranged.
It's still
In your
actually
name, Ranger. You're ranged.
You
Rude.
you get the sneaking suspicion that you're being watched, Nan,
Uh-oh.
and you glance up and you think you see someone further in to the island through this space, kind of just duck behind one of these jagged bits of rock.
Like a sort of outline of a person, no distinctive sort of.
It's quite far off,
Right.
but with your 18, you catch them as they.
Right.
Who let
What's
Godfrey
Ketu
out?
doing? Ketu's had like a rough old time.
Maybe he's cuddling.
Ketu's kind of
prob-
just waiting for whatever gravy you're making. Oh, you could make a. Could you make a perception check with advantage on? No, make a nature check with
Okay.
advantage on when you're looking at our little favorite fox friend.
Because I get a -1 to int. It's a 9 with advantage.
something is strange about Ketu's back end.
Do his anal glands need expressing or something?
Do I see this?
You're in the hut. You could. What's your passive?
Okay. Yeah, it's passive was high. 17.
You would see Nan stirring a pot, then kind of glance at Ketu and go like, maybe, like, just like.
Okay. I look at Ketu. What the fuck is wrong with these fucks?
You're quite a way away, so I'm going to let Nan carry on, and if Nan wants to engage,
We're in the dome, right?
You know, there wasn't enough room for everyone in the dome, so
Right.
you were outside the dome cooking because the
Okay.
bears will only just about fit in the dome because of their large
Right.
nature.
Okay, so Nyala's just like in a
Yeah, like this.
bear sandwich.
Yeah. It's very cozy in there.
Choice of words.
Choice of words. I've been plugged.
I'm good. I'm
Anyway.
cuddling.
It's Pride Month. Anyway, yeah, so Ketu's outside with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of just like pootling, has a little sniff here and there, but just notice something weird about like the way its back end looks.
Uh-huh. And when I've done speak with animals before with Ketu, he's not actually spoke back to me. I don't think Ketu's actually ever like talked. No. Okay, so I'm not going to waste a spell slot. As I stir, I'm going to try and kind of catch Ketu's sort of... Oh, I've gone all blurry now. Glasses. I'm going to try and catch kind of Ketu's eye and kind of just subtly nod over there, but then also kind of like look towards his butt and be like,
Ketu looks at you, trots towards you like expectantly, like, is the food done? Kind of look on their face, and you see that their tail is really, really fluffy.
Do you roll to inspect a fox's butt?
he's just constipated then. His tail is really fluffy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
Maybe he's like tuning like a sort of like divining tail rod for something.
Static electricity.
Yeah, maybe.
Then his whole body would be floofy. Like,
Yeah, but he's not interested in what's going on. I'll give him a lick of the spoon. And kind of maybe I don't feel like it's on purpose particularly. I'll kind of, you know, maybe, you know, the bit in between, like on the back of the cat's back, between the back and the tail that they like having scratched.
Yeah.
I'll kind of,
So you give it a lick on the
give him the
spoon.
spoon to have a lick and have a little look.
As you do that scritch and you kind of move your fingers a little bit back, you feel where the tail starts.
Mm-hmm.
You feel where the other tail starts.
Positive?
And the other tail starts.
Okay. What?
Do we just
Is he
have a
mutating?
kitsune with us?
He's mutating. Oh
You
my
find
God.
that Ketu has a glorious 3 tails. As you kind of run your hand along, big, poofy, plumy tails.
What did you do?
how have we not noticed this before?
You didn't think it was there before. Nan. You
Mm.
honestly don't think it was there before.
He's like a
Something is-
Pokemon. He's evolved. Level 2. Sorry. Carry on, Pete.
No, no. I want to know your reaction. What does
Come
Nan,
on.
what does Nan do? How does Nan deal with a triple-tailed Ketu?
Well,
Just
it's happened
imagining the
recently,
snow version of Vulpix right now.
but fat and like
Vaporeon.
licking a spoon. I don't think Ketu's actually fat. I think they just like food, right?
Got a very, very fast metabolism, this fox.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
I guess like I'll look over other bits. I'll kind of look at their eyes. I might like lift a front foot and kind of look at some paws and press a pad and have a look at some claws.
You can make
Kind
a
of like-
medicine or a nature if you like.
Yeah, I'll give him a once over.
Yeah, you're checking the bub. You're checking the foxy bub.
Okay. Oh God. 9.
No,
The
You think
return of the
this is-
bad rolls.
you don't really
This is
know,
normal.
but you think this is, yeah, you think just Ketu's like trying something on new for size. An extra tail here, maybe extra ears tomorrow, we're not sure.
Is he
Um,
compensating for something?
Don't know.
He's becoming a man. A man like he's growing
Niala,
up.
I want you to tell me how floofy is it inside the dome?
Very fluffy. Like, let me just get my. You see the bears mostly, and just like
Now,
it's fluffy.
could you make me a medicine check as you try and minister to the bears, please? We want to see how well you can kind of recoup them.
Sure. Okay. Apparently very well. This is a 21.
Oh yeah, you are tending to these creatures. You're giving them little nums, little bits to eat, and they're really appreciating this. They're feeling like after their hard work, you can sort of feel the sweat in their fur gradually kind of drying out, and their body temperature getting back to a normal state. In there, it had been very sweaty at first with 2 hot running bears and yourself obviously having been in battle, but gradually it starts cooling, becoming more temperate, more more clement rather, and you think that these bears are doing really well. You still think they're going to need a good sleep and a good rest when you properly set camp, which Nan's doing a fantastic job of. And you just glance out and see Nan like petting Ketu, and then you see Nan kind of do this, and then you see that Ketu has 3 tails.
She's gonna put out of the dome because you can't hear me when I'm in it. So
No.
she's going to grab a rock and throw it near Nan to attract her attention, not hit her. Just
Yeah. I think even with that, if it's a passive, you hear a thing, and you probably see Niala like behind the dome, like.
she grabs her tail and like
Oh, I grabbed my tail. No.
Just wave it.
she's just like
I'm gonna. Well, I'll check around a bit
Yeah.
and then kind of walk over and. put
It's
my
safe
hand-
to walk over there, and you kind of poke your head in.
Hi. What? What's wrong?
why does Ketchup have 3 tails? I know it's a weird fog, but still.
Nan.
Nan, please tell
I
me
don't
we
know.
didn't adopt a fucking demon.
Oh well, but he's never done anything bad, did he?
No,
mean,
I
we
know.
all hide kind of the weird stuff about us. I mean, none of us are like super like regular, but you know, so if he was like hiding three tails, then he was a hide three tails. If he wants to hide three tails, it's fine.
It's
what
not
does
that he's hiding it. It just appeared.
well, I mean, we
Nah,
don't, we don't, we
That
don't
is a
know that.
predator.
Maybe no.
I mean,
Just still
just-
licking the spoon like a
Yeah.
predator.
Nom. Yeah, just like
No,
it's got the spoon in its mouth, like asking for more gravy, more soup.
Can I grab Ketu and just put in?
Ketu's a way away to be grabbed.
Just Nan.
What?
What did we
What?
took on the mountain as a fucking pet?
Sorry, what? Huh?
What did we took as a pet when we got out of the mountain? This is not a fox. This is something else. It is shifting for sure.
Mountain?
Out of the caves, I think you mean.
Oh, the
Celia.
caves.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. What? He helped us. He's I'll call him a monster.
I'm not calling it a monster. Not a monster, no. This is a fluffy baby, but this fluffy baby could be hiding something very mischievous to us. Maybe he's a mimic in some very evolved forms or something.
Leave him alone. Just let him have three tails and he's just wants gravies.
I'm
Gonna leave the dome.
no,
Give Ketu a pat.
Yeah. Give Ketu's
You're a
all-
good boy. He's a good boy. I like your three tails.
Ketu obviously placates and is a good boy for some time. Back at R3, with the terrible Nat1 navigation roll, have led back to the same place where they were, in front of a greasy wall.
So how do we get out?
Well, fuck. Rook,
Yes.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Captain Smashy,
Okay. Rook will pull out Captain Smashy, and just to be on the safe side, so that I don't take stupid amounts of acid damage, I would very much, if it would be okay with yourself, I would very much like to rage and then swing at this wet wall.
Please do.
It's hurt me, so I'm going to swing it rather recklessly.
Please do.
That is a 15 to hit.
It hits.
That is 19 damage.
Okay. So remind me what type of damage that is, please.
So we have 12 bludgeoning damage
Yeah.
and 7 radiant damage.
So it's 18 in total, you said, yeah?
19.
19, sorry. Okay. You slash at the wall, and it kind of, the hammer goes in and down, and it kind of pulls away a layer of this stuff, and it flumps to the floor in a black mass. Could you all please roll initiative, you three?
I swear to God.
I have advantage on initiative. 18.
18.
I forgot that we leveled up.
Nat 1 plus 4, 5.
Okay. Fish.
Rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
I think it was a 5 or 6. I forgot. Let me check again.
A 5 or a 6?
A 7.
Oh, okay, cool. So, Rook, you see this kind of mass fall to the ground, tarry lump drops down onto the floor, and kind of just rise a bit, like it's still kind of in your way, but it's not attached to the sides anymore, and you can see the passageway ahead of you that you previously entered the space through.
I'm going to swing at this writhing mess again.
Yes, please do.
Once again. It hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm rolling recklessly. Oh, and that is a natural 20 for 28 to hit.
Oh, back with a nat 20. Lovely.
Back with a nat 20.
Lovely. Let's feel that damage.
Juicy damage.
That is 23 damage. So that would be
46.
no, that was critted.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
toast.
So that is 9 radiant. And the rest.
And the rest.
Bludgeoning.
I've got the total. That's fine. Thank you. You kind of hit it again. That radiant energy sprays out, and it kind of, it's like you're hitting like custard with a mallet, and it kind of goes and kind of comes back into a shape in the center. Bishop, it's your turn.
I was just checking how much I did for the stuff with the stuff I have and other stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to find, but I am blind. I think it does 1d6 as well. Okay. So I'm roughly 10 feet away.
I would say, yeah. We'll keep them back a bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and attack twice with my whip.
Okay.
And if I'm lucky, I hit. Because Bishop is in no condition to be fighting. 14 for the first one.
Hits.
All right. And for the second one, it's 15.
Yeah, both hit.
All right. So for the first hit, it's 3 slashing with 5 radiant.
Sorry, 3
And then-
slashing
Yes.
and 4
5
radiant.
5. And then the second one is 5 slashing and 4 radiant.
Fantastic. You glance out with this whip, and it, you know when you like slice cheese,
Mm-hmm.
you slice cheese. There are 2 blobs.
Okay, no slashing. I shouldn't slash. Is this even slashing? Yes, it is. All right. Already brought slashing weapons. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything for my bonus action. Well, I can, but I'd rather wait to see what I can do before I do anything more.
You see the first blob reach out suddenly with part of its mass and reach towards our boy Rook, because he's up there close and personal with it. And it misses with a total hit of a 10.
Yes,
So no good. No good. And the second one reaches out and does the same, just massive arm. Try and grab out to you these kind of black lumps, and you knock them away with a bit of the one with the one end of Captain Smashy, the other one with the other end of Captain Smashy, and no hits land upon you, Arden.
Oh, I'm just gonna punch it.
Cool.
Right, here we go.
Oh,
25
sorry,
to hit.
Rook. How many
Oh.
attacks did you hit it with?
What? Sorry.
One attack was it, or 2 attacks you got with it?
So I got the one before initiative, and then the one after that at the start of the round.
Shouldn't you have had 2 attacks though?
No, because Captain Smashy is not two-handed. Oh no, yeah, I do get 2 attacks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Never
Okay.
mind.
But I'll just do that then. So you also take 2 acid damage, please. And when you hit it, some of it splashed on you. Bishop, you saw that kind of splash, but it didn't get you. You were far enough away. Arden.
Well, fuck. Thanks for letting me know now.
I thought I should be. It would be fair. At this point.
25 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Is 10 damage of magical bludgeoning damage
10. Yeah,
because I am now magical.
you are. And you take 6 acid damage.
Of course, I fucking do. Oh, dude. This is going to be fun. Right, and I'm going to hit it again.
Yep.
I'm just going to be there, just like trying to pummel into
Pummeling.
deeper and deeper
pummeling-
as far as I
pummeling
can to try and
pudding.
hit whatever
Yeah.
the essence of
Cool.
this thing is.
Go for it.
26 to hit,
Hits.
8 damage,
Yeah.
magical bludgeoning.
Yep. And you take 3.
Okay.
We're back to the top of the round, but I would like.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
I've
Action.
got 4 attacks.
4 attacks. Shit. Forget about this. Go.
Hell.
Right. So I'm going to use a key point and I'm going to do flurry of blows.
Fucking monks.
Yep.
Right.
Going to attack again.
Who'd play a monk these days?
Fuck you.
This guy.
That's a 12 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. 7 damage.
Okay.
And I would like it to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
DC is, good question, 15.
Fails it.
It moves back 15 feet.
Okay, so you kind of punch one of the blobs and you kind of punch it down into the crevasse that you want to move down. It kind of like squidges and squelches down this blob that you knock into this space.
Okay.
And there's still one next to you.
And I punch the other one.
Yep.
15 to hit.
Yes.
7 damage.
Yep.
And a dexterity, no, strength
Strength.
saving throw, please.
Rolling absolute like classic. Yeah, fails again. So the other one.
Okay. The other one goes 15 feet back.
Yeah. So
I'm just
the other one
pummeling
kind of
them,
squelches
pushing them
into the
back.
other one. They're still 2 separate forms, but they're 15 feet down a narrow passageway that is only about 5 feet wide to fit down. It is back to the top of the round, but we're going to have Nan and Celia, Nan and Nyala, please make perception checks, please, to see if you hear this bonk kind of.
Telling you,
Another
if she
9?
does, she's going to
9?
run.
Is that 3
Another
nines?
9. It's like 4 9s in a row.
Please tell me your passive perception is higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What is your passive? It should be pretty good.
15.
Okay. What's your?
Well, my passive is 17, so
I'm gonna say with that it's not far into this passageway. You start hearing some commotion. You
She's
hear
going
the-
to get out of the bubble and look at Nan and say, Nan, we run. The boys did it again. I'm going to smack them after. For now, we run.
Run towards the.
Scary
The-
sound, yes.
What about Esben and? Are they okay?
Yeah, fine. Believe me, they're
Yes.
fine now.
You step outside and the bubble goes though, right? Yeah. So could you roll off initiative, you two? So we just see who's higher. So where you come in this thing. Is it another 9?
Rolling
It's
shit.
not a 9. I gave Nyala my 9.
I got the 9.
I got an 18, which is
Okay.
a multiple of 9.
There you are. Okay, so yeah, you start running. It's going to probably take you at least 3 moves, like 3 sets of your movement to get there. It's
I mean,
quite
if
a
I
way.
dash and do fill in agility, I can maybe reduce that time.
So if you dash, you're going to get near, but you're still probably you've got to weave your way into this space.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
climb. Tabaxi have a
Wouldn't
climbing
feline
speed, so
agility like double your dash?
it does.
You could
Yeah.
probably get
So that
there
would be
with double
about
your
100
dash.
That would be 90 feet or 120.
Okay, so Nyala has a walking and climbing speed of 30.
So
If I
30,
dash,
120.
it's 60, and if I do feline agility, it's 120 feet.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd
wow, okay.
you'd probably be able to
Compound.
kind of
Wow.
wiggle your way through and get up to, but it's actually it's Nan's turn first. So Nan, what are you doing when you hear this noise? You hear this, you kind of the main thing you hear is a of Rook grunting and slamming down the smashy,
Sorry, I'm a child.
not taking a shit.
I will, with my bonus action. Are we doing action like actions and bonus actions?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
please. Yeah,
With
you're in
my
initiative.
with my bonus action, I will do the Wanderer's Blessing for my bow. Waha. Movement speed is 50 feet for 10 minutes. Can I make some and then I'm going to use like my action to dash, unless can I make some kind of check to, like, as I run, put the lid on the pot so it doesn't spoil or like doesn't get eaten by a
interact
bear?
with yeah, this is kind of like interact with
Like a-
free object. I think you
I'm
just
gonna
kind of
flick it with my bow and
I think you're so adept because you've got the cooking feet. You kind of frisbee the lid as you run, and it
It's
goes
important.
and settles perfectly on this bubbling pot of and then you run. So how far can you move with your Wanderer's Blessing? So you're going to move
50 feet.
50
So
feet.
that would be 100 feet, I guess, if I'm dashing.
but you used your
I'm gonna
bonus
use my
action
action
to
to-
activate Wanderer's Blessing.
Yes, I did.
So you're 50 feet.
But don't you dash with your action?
Oh yeah, you
Huh?
can dash you can use your action to dash, yeah, and then
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, action.
So
dash,
bonus action first, activate the thing,
yeah, cool.
then
So 100 feet.
run. Yeah.
You can sort of hear this commotion going off. You kind of hear the telltale punt, like kind of like the kind of not the panting that Arden kind of as he administers his monk blows. Nyala, you
Roleplay.
dash straight after, but are slightly blocked by Nan in front of you by 20 feet. They seem to be a little bit slower than you, and you're kind of stuck up behind them, kind of trying to get by. Do you want to try and squeeze by?
I mean, what I would do actually is use my staff and cast jump
Okay,
on the wall and just slide down,
but you've
grabbing the wall
used
with my
your-
claws to
Did
get
you
down.
use your action? You've used your action. To
Oh, yeah.
dash.
Well, I just jump on the side with my speed. to
Let's
avoid-
have an athletics then. That's got to be an athletics or an
How
acrobatics.
come they don't have to make dexterity saving throws with all this tar shit around?
It's coming.
Let me just check my ring just to see.
It's coming.
All three of us fell on our asses in it.
They're just doing their move. They're telling me what they're doing, and then I'm going to make them
22.
22. You leap over Nan and manage to make your 120 feet run. Can you both make dexterity saving throws, please? Go down. Go down. Sorry. It's the
20.
little one.
Dirty 20.
20. Yeah, you do not stumble, you do not slip, you do manage not to touch the sides and leap up and over Nanyala. Nan, what did you get on your dex save?
17 or an 18. Sorry, I forget. 17.
Yeah, both of you managed to kind of deftly weave your way into this space without touching any of the edges. You're heading straight through the sounds of conflict and your friends. Rook, back at the top of the round, it's your turn.
I'm gonna smash recklessly.
So you've got to get up to them first because they're down the corridor because Arden's kind of blooped
Oh yeah.
them down there.
How far away are they?
15
Only
feet
about
further
15
from
Oh,
me.
it's
feet
fine.
from you,
Yeah.
not far.
I'll just kind of have a leisurely 8-second stroll. Well,
Yeah.
4-second stroll over and just pop.
Okay. Yeah, they're kind of wedged in this space. It's like these two like gelatinous forms kind of filling up this this crevasse, kind of like like just gooey lumps, and you can just smack at either one of them. There are two of them still, remember.
I'm going to smack at both of them, one after the other.
Okay, that makes perfect sense for a Rook thing to do. Please roll for an attack.
27.
Yes.
That will be 20 damage to the first one.
Okay.
And then 24 to hit the second one.
Yes, that is a definite hit.
And then that will be 15 DiMaggio for the second one.
Okay, that's cool. Now we are on Bishop. Is there anything else you want to do? You're kind of right up next to these things. You do have a bit of movement left,
No,
but you know your friends are behind you.
no,
Okay.
I am the wall.
Okay, fine. Bishop, it's your turn. You kind of see Bishop Rook charge down the kind of passageway. Rook is a large creature, and you just see him start smacking into these blobs, and you actually see one of them, you think, dissipate underneath the walloping of this Captain Smashy. Kind of hits one so hard that it splatters too far apart and lands on the walls and kind of seeps into the wall either side. What would you like to do? You still see one of these blobs.
Not sure, because I attacked it. It literally just split like into like a smaller one.
Yes.
And I don't want to make. I'm done.
Yes, Root. Yes, yes, George. Yes.
I thought George was just going to get in bed then. Just
Done.
done.
I'm done. I've smashed
Of
it.
course,
I'm
he's
going
got a
nap.
Captain Smashy.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to attack him. I'll hold an extra attack if I see one getting closer.
Okay, sure.
But that's it. I'm not gonna do anything else besides that, since I might just make it worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're just holding your action. You staying that sort of, you're 25 feet away at the moment.
Yeah.
Cool. You're staying at the end of the corridor. Okay, fine. Then the thing will try and get Rook. So we are at 23 to hit, Rook.
That does indeed hit.
Ah, thank gosh.
Just.
Thank you. Thank you at last. At last. An actual hit. The joy. So you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You take 2, 10, 15, 17 acid damage.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oofed.
You know what? I'm glad I stayed back, you know. I think I don't want to fuck with that.
Your armor.
What armor?
Doesn't have armor.
You're
don't
not
have
wearing
armor.
armor. Ah, yeah. So okay, your weapon that
He's
you
a
hold.
fluffy boy.
Your weapon is magical, so that's okay. No, you're okay. You're all right now.
Good.
You put them before a who's, did
Uh,
you?
It is Arden's turn. Yeah. You've got Rook blocking your way at the moment, so you're in a 5-foot space. You're gonna have to do something to get over him, or you're gonna roll at this. Because you actually can't get within 5 feet unless you do something to leap.
I mean, how high does this go?
We're gonna say that's 20 odd feet. It's deep. You're deep. That's why there's only like bits of light that kind of filter through these narrow spaces.
Okay. I mean, jumping uses half movement.
You have
Half
to.
movement?
You can make a long
You
jump
leap,
or a
you-
high jump. It's strength and stuff.
Or yeah,
I think you need,
athletics or acrobatics, and it uses half of your movement.
I think you need to get like at least move 10 feet and then you can jump.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can have a run up of 10 feet. Yeah, you've got that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I knocked him 15 feet back.
Yeah, and he's and Rook is in the 5-foot space beforehand.
Okay, I'll do a ninja daredevil Spider-Man run up. If it's a narrow thing, I'm going to try and jump off of one wall to the other and get higher and then come down on it.
Okay, cool. So
you want me to make
you
an
can jump.
acrobatics
You can
check?
leap into the air. Number of feet 3, plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet. But I'm going to do it. That's the official rule. But I'm going to do it that you need to make an acrobatics or an
I don't know what my strength
athletics.
modifier is. Acrobatics. I mean, I can do an acrobatics.
I think an acrobatics would solve the problem without having to be so nitpicky on rules. Let's just have
18.
you do exactly
Gonna
that you want to do.
Do a couple of bounces off
Yeah.
of the
Are
walls
you
either
leaping
side, and then
onto the creature, or are you trying to leap behind the creature?
I'm gonna parkour.
Oh, cool.
Parkour. I feel leaping
Does
onto the
Arden
creature
say
is
parkour as he's
dangerous.
doing
Parkour. No, leaping into the creature is a bad idea.
Okay, so no flying double punches. I just like. Imagine
I just feel like I feel like this thing could just go bloop, swallow me up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how big is it now. Then again, it might not be able to do that.
it is a medium creature, so it's filling that space.
So it's the same size. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna jump behind it, and
Okay.
then bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, Captain Smashy or Mororook, you needed to take another 8 acid as well from when you hit the other creature and
Oof.
dissipated it.
11.
Yeah,
11 hits.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Okay. 6 bludgeoning damage.
yeah.
8.
Just
Bloody hell! I can't roll lower than an 8. It's a 1 plus 7. It's 8. So that's 10 damage.
okay.
And
You think-
then
You see this thing starting to lose its mass.
Right. Well, I'm going to finish it then in that case. Flurry of blows. Going to use a key point. Flurry of blows. Where's my flurry of blows? There's my flurry of blows. Right. Another attack. 22 to hit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well
Oh,
over.
and I'm going to roll the next one as well. So the
Yeah.
next one's a 17 to hit.
Yes.
I don't know whether this thing can go prone, but I'm going to try. So the first one's going to take 6 damage, and can it make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah. 13.
Fails. So if it can it fall prone?
No.
No, I didn't think it could. Okay, and then on the second one, it can no longer take reactions, and it takes 7 damage.
With that final wallop, you dissipate it. How do you end it?
I'm just literally like just pounding on it like it's jelly. Just literally just pounding.
Yeah. And it's at that moment that Nan and Nyala kind of bound around the corner, bows at the ready, spell casting.
Do I see them? Do I see them?
Yeah, they kind of charge around the corner.
No fire. No fire.
What?
No fire.
I can hear you.
You see a little glimmer
Fire.
of the like
No
Nyala's,
fire.
Nyala's fireball ready in her hand, and this disappointed look comes across Nyala's faces. And there's nothing, but what you guys see as you charge around the corner,
Just
one
see me
behind the other,
punching jelly.
is like the final blows of Arden punching some sort of jelly. Everyone apart from Bish, like Rook and Arden, like audibly hissing their flesh as like acid comes off them. Oh, actually, yeah, you made 2 strikes, so 3,
Made 4 strikes, but okay, if he's counting.
10, 13, 16.
16 points of acid damage.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Right. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Right, okay. Right.
How do you
I'm good.
look?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right.
How do you look to Nyala?
Little patchy. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of off of my shoulders, and I'm just a bit like I've got a bit of pink eye.
You're just gonna look at it.
It's
Don't
like,
Fire.
lick the wolf. Don't lick the wolf.
Sir
It hurt
Van
my hand.
Arden and Mororook.
This is what happens.
What
when you leave the boys
in the
around.
fucking hell did you
Oh.
do this time?
We got lost.
Bishop. Why? What happened? Why? Just
The wall came alive. This is not the first time this has happened.
No. Arlen got us lost.
I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd time that I've had to beat up Jelly.
I'll say the moment Nyala addresses Bishop, Bishop like grounds a bit. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
glowering at the back there.
It was all Arden's
Yeah.
fault.
shut up. I know for a fact that you have a play in this. There will be consequences later.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll be right back. On that point, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's all right. I
Just-
think we'll have a quick break, guys, and have a retop of teas and stuff. Okay, cool. I'll go and grab teas, everyone. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the coldest game. And we're playing it, and this is what's happening. So you're right now in one of these sort of cracks, little passageways. That was the best intro, wasn't it? It's a game. What were you playing? You can go deeper into this space.
I think that's my favorite intro you've ever done. This is a game and we're playing it.
Straight up, that's what's happening. In this space, this crevasse, this narrow tunnel with black walls that seem to seep with a black tar-like substance, which you seem to have encountered. Which way are you going? Are we going deeper in? Are we going back to the camp? Where are we heading, crew?
Are we all ready to
Are there no
continue
more
deeper?
threats?
Right now,
Are we-
no.
Are we safe? Okay.
Do you
Well,
we
have
have-
initiative? Sorry.
Are we happy leaving Bjorn and Espen behind in the camp set up with Godfrey, or is there anything else we wanted to do there before we pressed on?
I mean, you two, I imagine Auden and Rook look quite roughed up.
Yeah, but we've just stayed the night. I can't expect everybody to hang around for us again. I'll be all right. I'm not too bad.
You did rest up, didn't you? Or you were resting up, I think, when you got to the island. Did everyone take a long rest? Sorry, just to
I did.
check back. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No.
I think we can't. We don't have the time. We can't. There's too many people relying on us if we take too long.
Now, and it's at this moment that you remember your soup spoiling.
I'll go back and make sure they kind of go somewhere a little bit more hidden. It won't take me long.
Let's just go back, get whatever we need, get any bits and pieces, potions,
Yeah.
rations, whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
And let's put water on those burns. We have water.
You
Not
have
water lake.
No, water and burns don't go. You don't do that.
no, not an
Oh, the
acid burn.
chemical burns, no. That's a no-no.
You make
If
a
you've got
base.
something like, I don't know, like olive oil.
I mean, I can make this with where's the jug? Where's the jug in my inventory?
Oh.
I mean, I
yeah,
can
have you
make
got the alchemy
acid,
jug?
poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, and wine. So yeah, I can make all.
Strangely, I feel like mayonnaise is probably the safest thing to apply there, which is weird.
It's very
It's
alkaline.
not. It's not.
Out of everything that you quoted to me, just I feel like mayonnaise is the safest thing for me to apply to a chemical burn.
I'd
I'm
like
not
some
putting
mayonnaise,
flammable
please.
oil on me, salt water, normal water,
You make your-
wine or ale.
It means there is oil.
Mayonnaise is the safest. Now we know why the mayonnaise is an option in the alchemical jug. Acid burns.
No.
You make your way back to the beach as Niala distributes
It's covered in
mayonnaise
mayonnaise.
between you all.
You
Stuck
know,
in my fur.
like it just fills
Just
up.
clumps
She
in it.
grabbed a handful and just splash it on them like it was sunscreen. Stupid humans, stupid boys. Just
Like marathon runners in really sunny countries where they're literally just coated.
Yeah. And you make your way back and emerge from these rocks, being very careful, I'm guessing this time, not to touch the edges and keep yourselves
Don't lick them.
not licking any of the edges as you move through the space and back to the camp. And Nan, I'm guessing, is everyone having some soup? Just to, I'm going to treat
Yeah,
this
people
like
will
Yeah.
your.
Yeah, I
your
would definitely have some soup.
I think this is like your snack thing. Remind me what your snack thing that does that you can make. I think you get some HP back or temp.
Special food, short rest, temporary hit points. You gain a bonus. Oh yeah, and prepare food. It just says regain additional hit points when taking a short rest, as well as gain temporary hit. Oh, the treats are temporary hit points. Hang on 2 seconds. As part of a short rest, you can cook special food. Fair enough for food for 4 plus your. What's the food? If you spend 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points, you get an additional 1d8 hit points, and I assume that is temporary. No, you regain.
You regain
hit-
those, and you get the temporary of. Is it
And
6?
you get.
No, you get 9 for you now. Is it for your temporary?
Wait, sorry. No, the temporary is something. Is the snacks.
It's the snacks.
It just means you can roll an extra 1d8. So if you roll 1 hit dice, you can roll another 1d8 and regain like for free, basically.
Oh, lovely. There you go. So you got some bonus hit dice.
Rook, didn't you have like a sword of healing that I gave you?
I did, but I gave it away.
Oh.
Why would you give it away?
Because someone needed it.
Who?
Who needed it?
I'm pretty sure it's my business partner, Lucas.
Mm.
You gave your business partner a sword of healing.
Yeah.
I am this close
Well,
to smack you.
you know what? I don't know if Rook actually knew what it did. Because he spent.
I
absolute-
gave him it.
You just gave me a sword.
I'm sure I told you what it was. I would not have given you a sword of healing and not have told you what it does. I know it only does like 1d4 plus 4, but still.
Anyway,
It's like,
the sword isn't with us.
oh, for God's sake.
This close, this close to smack you.
It gives away his special artifact. Oh, God.
It wasn't an artifact. It was an uncommon magic alone. Get
Yeah, not a smashy.
I don't think it's uncommon. I don't think you'll find that that sword actually exists outside of homebrew.
It is a
Oops.
homebrewed sword. But now it's in safe hands, safest hands of Lucas and his cart, making delicious drinks. So back, short rest. You gather your wits. You have time to talk while you are enjoying soup. Anybody rolling hit dice may do so, and add that extra bonus from Nan's special foods.
Pete,
Yes.
as
Oh, we lost you. Oh man,
Not again.
the Eldritch forces.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. Yes. Change your venue, dears. Now we got no sound coming from you.
What do I get for the soup?
As an extra D8 or a D6, Nan.
Extra D8. So if you roll one hit, as long as you roll at least one hit dice, you can get an extra D8 just for free. You don't have to. mark
Just
it off.
1d8, not per 1d8 per dice.
Oh, good point. That's
1d8 per dice or 1d8 just in total?
What was it you wanted to do, Bishop?
just one extra 1d8. It's not per hit point. Hit dice.
6. Oh, that's enough to take me to full.
What were you doing, Bishop? Sorry, you wanted to do something. I did hear you speak and then you glitched.
while we are doing the short rest.
Yeah.
Because you said there was like decently sized rocks, right? Like around.
Yeah, they
like-
these juts of this black rock that comes out of the ground.
Oh. During
As we're taking wandering near short rest right now, but can I find like also like slightly like a rock the size of a fist roughly that's like smooth?
Okay.
Am I able to find one?
Something similar, yeah, maybe near the edge. You like they're more like shale, you know, where it's like it's kind of flat, but something like a disc like this shape, possibly, yeah.
Because I was doing research on like improvised weapons. Since I know that Bishop doesn't always carry everything on her, she already carries like 2 or 3 weapons, like the small ones and the large one. But with the whole experience of not really having the like if I did slash and that,
And it's split.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I only
okay.
have slashing piercing. I
You're
kind of
gonna
want to
have
make
to
a
search some for that. So can you make an investigation check? Normally, if it was something flat and disc shaped, you could probably find that very easy. But let's have an investigation, please.
because recently I found something called like a monkey fist, or like something they used like way back then. I don't know if they still use it now. But I think they called it multiple, like 2 or 3 names. I know monkeyfish was one. Investigation, you said?
Yes, please.
Or a slingshot or whatever it's called. It's not a slingshot. I think 26.
Yeah, with that you have to dig down a little bit under the shale, but then you find some other bedrock that's different, and you manage to find something that's kind of grabbable like this.
Yeah.
Um,
So I kind of want to make it where I think I have rope. I think everyone has rope.
do you
At
have
least someone
anything?
should.
Do you have anything that deals piercing damage?
I do, yes.
You do. Okay. All right. No problem.
Like I just like I have like small weapons that do slashing and piercing. I just need something small to do bludgeoning instead of having to carry.
Do you have a bow?
I do have a short bow.
Okay. Cool.
That I don't
No problem.
use.
Airy.
But yeah, I just kind of like want to get rope and like tie it around
And make a
kind of
sleight
like the
of hand.
rock. This could be so bad. Yeah. Oh, it's a 19. So 20.
You think you secured this rock pretty stably within this this rope kind of macrame set that you make. What do you do while you're on the beach here, folks? Apart from you scavenging, the rest of you, Nyala, Rook, and Van Arden.
May I, during this short rest, get that vial out
Yes.
and get my alchemy set while I'm eating soup
Mm-hmm.
and run some tests on it just to find out its properties and what it is, whether it's flammable,
Yeah.
what
So
kind of solvents
we can do this with an advantage then, because you're sat down very much looking at this stuff. Proficiency as well, I'm saying. You'll be proficient at looking at this. Investigation and then a proficiency if you're not proficient.
It's just, I think it's just a flat 20 plus my proficiency bonus.
If you have expertise, you
alchemy.
double that, I think.
I don't have expertise in my alchemy, so it's
You just have it.
It's just proficiency and a d20. So if it's advantage, I just roll 2 d20s and plus 3 to each of them. Oh, I might guidance myself.
Boop.
So, oh God, I'm going to need that. 10 plus a d4. Oh God. 13.
13, not bad.
That's advantage.
I'm
I'm glad I guidance myself now.
You look at this strange thing and you actually see it start like kind of trying to move up the side of the vial, trying to get purchase on the thing, and kind of gets up to the stopper and it's like pushing at it, and then you apply some heat and pour in another chemical, and you kind of neutralize it with I'm going to say, like, you take some of the the oil and mayonnaise, drop it in to see if you can neutralize this thing with an alkali. It's a very small amount that you've managed to capture. It has some sort of, it makes it less aggressive maybe at this point, and it kind of just settles, doesn't move as much, but you believe it's a very strong acid, and you think it is a residue left by a creature of some sort.
How much mayonnaise does the jug of alchemy hold?
Maximum it can hold 2 gallons, and what I can do is pop the lid open and just pour 2 gallons per minute.
Per minute. Okay.
Per minute, yes. I'm just, you're just covered in mayonnaise at this point.
Okay. No, I'm just thinking if we come up against another one of those things, whether you can just cover it in mayonnaise to neutralize it.
I mean, to be honest,
you think that it would neutralize its ability to that when
even if it neutralizes its aggressiveness, like
I think what it would do is neutralize the splashback. So I'm going to say, you think it might neutralize that splashback effect?
I think that's helpful. That's good to know. Mayonnaise.
chemist
It's got
here.
lots of different uses.
Yeah. Take it from a chemist here. If we're going to do this technique and take the chuck with us, first try to pour the oil everything, and then the mayonnaise.
Okay.
We-
You're gonna-
what do we
Take it
need
from a
oil for?
chemist.
Why do we
Take it
need
from a
oil?
chemist.
That's too meta. You're not a chemist. You're a wizard.
I know.
I'm the chemist.
Yeah. He's got the little kit. Right. So you're sat around.
I've got the test tubes and my Bunsen burner.
You got soup. You got.
He's intelligent
time to talk.
enough.
Bishop's got fashioning some sort of craft project out of a rock. and
Yeah,
some-
kind of. Yes, it was kind of considered like a flail, but since I'll say because it's like homemade or like roughly made, like to be, I don't know if I roll 5 or less on the 220, it falls apart. So up to you.
Yeah, I've got some plans for it. You were pretty good for you repairing it, or preparing it, making it. So,
Mhm.
what would you like to do? You sat around an island, and we don't know if our ranger Nan's going to come back, but for the end of the game. But let's
I hope
let's
she will.
see what your guys are doing.
I had plans, but if Arden is looking pretty fucked up or
No, I'm
taking a
good
long
now. I'm
time to
back.
get
I'm back.
better,
I'm back
then
at full. I'm
Arden is back at full. Could Bishop please make?
Thanks to some soup.
Could you both, Bishop and Arden, make me a religion check?
Okay. I was going to have a chat with Bishop in a bit, but okay.
Well, yeah, this is kind of.
Or have
towards
a-
the end.
Yeah. Just after seeing what Bishop did.
Yeah.
Back there with the whip, just makes me think.
do I have advantage for any reason? I don't know.
I've seen this before. It was an actual 20,
20.
and then it rolled over to a 2, so it's a 3.
I got 20.
Not
Total.
20. You
With
now
3.
watching Arden's fighting style immediately recognize it for what it is.
I may
You've
still be
seen individuals trained in this way, and you know that, or pretty much, is it a natural 20 or is it 20 total?
20 total.
20 total. So you now believe that Arden has at least had some extensive training with the monks of Creed.
Mhm.
For sure.
And Arden did say that he did tell me as I try to remember it because I know I asked you like a week ago or something. But I have like terrible memory.
You know that what we would have told you what happened at Zimrica about the undead being there
Yeah.
and finding Zimrica, but we wouldn't have told you about the crystals yet.
No.
I told you
So-
he was a monk.
So you know that I would have had some connection to Zimrica, but I don't know. As far as I'm aware, I haven't actually said that we're going to Kareen yet, and
No.
that I have any
No.
connection to Kareen other than.
But with your previous orders in involvement with the monks of Kareen, you
Well, I have trained
recognize
there. I have trained there.
you and Bishop, your orders relationship to the monks of Kareen, you recognize the fighting style and think, I've seen this, I know this, we've been told of this, and not only told of it, you've witnessed it in your previous encounters in places. This is,
I'll say
you're
I'll
pretty
say we
sure.
also got into a couple fights with them as
Yes.
like we were traveling.
Yes, you probably would have had a scrap or two. At least harsh words exchanged.
I'm guessing with my 3, I didn't really think of anything.
No,
Didn't think
I'm
much
afraid
of
not.
Bishop's wrist slitting.
Yeah, you kind of looked at it and just thought it was a
I
peculiar.
keep that hidden. You never know what's happening. I'm always like out of sight when I do it.
You're gonna have to
You just
start
know
making
just
stealth
the-
checks to do such things, or sleight of hands to do such things.
Yeah.
If you want to
yeah, I
remain
know.
hidden.
The bell has not been rung yet. in
No,
our
it's just
town.
like that was like you kind of maybe you were too involved with the blobs.
Yeah.
No. Everyone's enjoying your soup, and sat around, and there is some sort of well, you need to make a plan, folks. That's what I need to know. I need to know where you're going, what you're doing, and then I can tell you what the next bit of the story is. Nan, do you share with your friends about a mysterious, beautiful stranger?
Sorry, what?
Do you share with your friends about your admirer, the person watching from afar? Or
Oh
you actually yourself?
shit! Sorry. Yeah.
A beautiful stranger. I was like, what?
I
I just suddenly
fully.
got the Austin Powers song in my head. You know, the Madonna Austin Powers soundtrack thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, that fully flew out of my brain since distracted by various things like tails and stuff.
Giant oily marshmallows.
Yeah. I saw there was a figure in the distance. I didn't get time to investigate. I don't know whether we should actually probably.
And you didn't told me. I was right next to you.
Well, you started like calling Ketu. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you
because
sure?
Ketu has now 3 tails. Guys.
You all glance over and see that Ketu has 3 tails.
That's not the strangest thing we've encountered. Let's be honest.
Would I know what's happening to Ketum?
Quite cute, I think.
No, the only person who might, Arden.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Could you make it?
Oh, okay.
Intelligence
Where are you
or-
going? Oh, this is
intelligence or
interesting.
religion, something like that, somewhere along there.
Okay, I think I might know where you're going with this, but I'm not gonna put my eggs in one basket. Well, it's all the same, really. 15.
You know that in your homeland
Yeah.
of Sorthel is that since moving outside of the ring that surrounds everything, that the creatures and spirits are very different within that space, within
Region. Yeah.
with inside that area. There are things that you don't see anywhere else, and they behave
Mhm.
different. And there's different names for different things, like spirits of Gwishin
Yeah.
and things. And you remember that there is a creature that is spoke of by your people,
Mhm.
that is called, I've just lost the page for it, well, you just call them foxes at this stage, but there is a thing called a Bolyuan Wu.
A Bolyuan Wu.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want to DM me the specifics about that particular creature, or that I would know, or
What can I tell you now?
what would I know?
That foxes where you come from are imbued with the spiritual energy that emanates from the very ground of your homeland, and that they are one of the creatures that can commune with spirits
Mhm.
and live for what is rumored for an incredibly long time. And as they get older, they can change. And when
So
they
it's not depending on the environment that they're in, it's depending on their age.
yeah, as they become more spiritually connected, certain things change about them, and they evolve and morph, and the things they experience can alter their shape and form.
Okay.
Okay, so you can share that if you wish, but give yourself. What's the plan if you're not going to share?
No. I'm just. I wouldn't know the relevance. I mean, have none of you seen this before?
Would I have DM?
No.
So
Nope.
none of you have seen this before.
None of you, apart from Arden.
Well, I mean, at first I thought maybe he was a normal fox, but he's a woo.
A what now?
A woo. Or
A
at
who?
least it's something that kids used to call them from when I was younger. Yeah, we call them woos. They just special animals. Some people would talk about them in certain ways, that they could see or speak to the dead. Kemphalot and Zimrica. Some people would refer to them as like spirit guides.
They can
Creatures
talk to
that
dead
would
people. It's what you're trying to
not
tell us.
necessarily talk, but maybe they can interact or guide or
So a
be
medium.
communicated with. It's possible. I don't know. There's like, I've never really had many dealings with them. Like we've seen them before, but we've never. Just stories mostly.
As you start saying this,
What's true and what's not, I don't know.
as you start saying this, Ketu trots right up to you, Arden, and weaves in the legs, and all three tails kind of wrap around your legs and kind of does the in-out thing, and then goes back to Nan and sits by Nan, waiting for the next part of the adventure.
I swear. A human, a bugbear, a tabaxi, a tiefling, and another human. We are really starting to look like a freak show.
I mean, they're not freaky. They're actually quite beautiful, but okay.
They are. I'm not telling this. Freaky is really beautiful in my way of thinking, but this is going to be weird when we are going in the next city. You do know this, right?
Don't think so. I mean, we've seen weirder things, surely.
I've also common people, I say, seen this.
I mean, I've never seen them in Furhast or Gregdon, but
I'm just saying
I
it's
know
going
that-
to be difficult.
well, I don't know. They're
Okay.
not common. I'll give you that. They're not common.
Sure.
Cool. So Nan would like to make some progression towards the figure. So
No, I've just gone and done that, like, while they're talking, if that's
Okay.
cool.
so
Yeah.
you stand up and start walking that way. Is anybody following? Because it's quite a way off again, Nan. This is like into these crevasses, these narrow passageways. Yeah. Okay. So with the warning of not to touch the sides and the blobs and stuff, I'm not going to make you make the dexterity saving
Did
throws. Is anyone tracking with Nan?
Did I learn with my alchemical testing whether it was flammable?
You believe it is not flammable. What did you roll again on that investigation? 16? 15.
15?
You
No,
learn
13. Sorry, 13.
You learn that it is.
Critically average.
Can you roll a d4 twice, please?
4
4.
and a 1. 5.
So you
total.
find out that it is probably not damaged by acid or slashing.
What about magic? What about magical slashing? Or are you talking just normal slashing?
Normal slashing, it says.
Normal
We are
slashing.
talking here. You think acid and slashing do not damage this entity.
Which I would have probably deducted from seeing
Yes.
Bishop's attempt anyway.
You rolled terribly on your d4.
Yeah.
So Nan and Ketu, they are with you. Would you make a survival? And you get to do this with your wilderness stuff, I think, don't you? You get you. This is one of your favored terrains, I believe. Now,
Yes, Arctic. If this is considered Arctic,
yes, it is.
Ranger shit.
move stealthily at a normal pace. Um,
You get some cool stuff with it.
okay. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make a check towards it. Okay. I wonder if that happens all automatically. So, sorry, Pete, was it a survival?
A survival, yeah. So you're sort of you're tracking this individual from where you saw them and trying to triangulate their position.
Okay, so it didn't add.
Not if because they wouldn't know what terrain you're in, so you've got to add it manually. I think
15.
15. You have a pretty good idea which direction to go in, and you start weaving through. I'm going to need a marching order for this narrow passageways that you're weaving through. Oh, that looks delicious. Nan, you're taking the lead on this by the looks of things. You're ahead. Who's coming up behind?
I would have been more in the middle, not really
Okay.
behind or anything.
Yeah, I'm going to
just-
set it up on here so I can. Nan's in the front. Who's coming up next?
Guys.
I'll go up next. I don't mind.
Okay, Nan, Arden, and then Nyala in the middle, Rook, and then Bishop.
Rook's at the back.
Okay, Rook's at the back. Bishop in the middle, or Bishop not going?
No. No, they have stuff on their mind. They're not gonna go.
Okay, so they're waiting with the animals, keeping an eye on those guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so you start weaving your way between the passageways and heading your way in. Can you please make a perception check? Oh, yeah.
Is that everyone?
Nan, please, because Nan's at the front.
16.
You get to an area where it splits off again into several different kind of passageways, and you swear down one of them you see a glint of a cape, like someone dash along again, like similar to what you saw before, but you've got a more definite direction on it. Do you want to give chase?
No, they're kind of moving away.
They moved crossways, like so you saw like them going across a passageway like this. They've got that kind of shape back here. You saw them go from
Or I'll wait for everyone to catch up.
Yeah, they gradually come behind you, and you're kind of standing in this way where the path splits into 3, 4, or 5 ways, and you know which one they were down. Rest of the party, you see Nan come to a halt, kind of looking.
What's wrong?
Kind of make a motion to be quiet and point.
I'm gonna
to-
make Queenie appear, and I gesture Nan to Queenie, and if she wants me to make Queenie scout.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay. So Queenie are off down the passageway. Are you following slowly behind folks while Queenie goes ahead? or are we just staying right where we are?
I'm sharing my vision with Queenie, so I'm basically holding on someone for not falling or something like that.
Are you moving anywhere? Anybody else? Rook? Are you following down the
Rook is-
passage?
If everyone else goes, then Rook will follow, but he's not leaving anyone behind.
Okay. Okay. So everyone's gathered in this little space.
Sorry, I'm waiting for my D&D Beyond to
That's all
respond. I think it's detect good and evil. I was going to, but I'm just trying to check the distance
Yeah, sure.
because it's just. Oh, come on, my app's not responding. Sorry.
That's right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
So Queenie flies off, and you share your village with it, and everyone stays still in this space. Are they dashing? Are they going as fast as they can to try and catch up? Tell me how that movement happens, Nyala.
Sorry, can you repeat that again? I think
How is Queenie moving?
well, flying for sure.
Yeah.
Very trying to be a bit stealthy and sharing my vision. Just trying to locate the intruder.
Let's have a stealth with Queenie's stats, please. So a dex check with any extras that they get. Being a little cutter.
Am I hearing a kitty meowing?
Yeah, it's out of my window. There's the cats are
No.
fighting.
I know. Okay. A regular howl, not giant one. Let's see. So it has how many stealth? +3. Come on, Beyond. I swear.
Right.
Come on.
Everyone's
Sorry.
beyond suffering.
My app suddenly. I've got it back now. I was going to, if you don't mind, I was going to cast detect good and evil, and good, and that's a concentration spell for the next 10 minutes within 30 feet. For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as the creature, as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if the place is, there is a place or an object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 foot of wood and dirt.
Okay, so
That's a 6.
Okay, Queenie flaps and bumps around, and feathers fall out, and they're very noisy in their progression forwards. When you reach out, as the spell would probably reach before Queenie would get very far, because it's an instantaneous thing. You reach out, and you do not sense good or evil. You sense a little way off, further in, probably at the very edge of that 30 feet, the beginnings of something that was that is like the opposite of consecrated,
Desecrated,
but not desecrated. Like if
not
something
desecrated, but
something that was created but not for consecration of good. So an evil, maybe a place of evil worship or something along those lines.
a place, not a thing, not a person,
A thing.
or a creature, a thing.
Like the ground itself, the area itself is
Okay.
consecrated with darkness,
Yeah.
basically.
So which would be kind of desecrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, desecrated in a different terminology.
Desecrated means
not somewhere
something
good that was desecrated to become evil, somewhere that was basically made to be evil.
Indeed. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I wonder if there is a word for this. I'm going to investigate.
Does Queenie see something? Well, me, since we share vision.
Can you make a perception check? with their stats.
Could I? I don't know.
14.
14. Queenie does. Queenie comes around the corner faster than the individuals that's trying to hide. And they see a green cape that kind of shimmers in blue as well. They see a bow strapped upon the back. And you see a hood up, and they're running to try and hide somewhere further on in this space.
There's someone. Green cape, shimmer blue. Bows are running. We have to go fast.
Be careful. This place ahead. This isn't natural.
Has everything ever been natural around us?
No, but this is on
Evil?
purpose.
He cut the connection with Queenie and just guide everyone in there.
Guide the other ones that way. Okay.
Yeah.
As you proceed round, the rocks start becoming more formulaic. And Arden, you feel yourself crossing the boundary to this place of profane is the word that's closest to the word that I was looking for. Profane worship. And each of you kind of gets a chilling feeling, and you feel the air around you kind of get like, it was kind of like, it's just damp moisture in the air, like this kind of, it's like thick now. It's different from being out in the clear, crisp snow of the edge of the island, and it's kind of dank and musty as you walk forwards. And can you please make a perception check, everybody?
Do I not detect anything?
Not with your good and evil. No, you're reaching out. Perception check, all of you.
Perception.
10. You're
13.
Sorry, Niala?
13.
13.
9.
9.
Rolling like shit tonight.
Nan?
14.
14. As you creep out into this space, Nan, you see a familiar figure.
What?
Stood at a kind of crumbled down archway with their bow drawn, pointing straight at you. What do you do?
So like fully recognize?
Yeah,
I mean,
from a long time ago.
yeah. I hate to be like a full party pooper, but I don't think I'm up for like, I'm happy if you wouldn't mind like calling it a night tonight, but
Okay.
I don't think I could I don't think I could engage with this now.
Okay.
I don't think my brain's in
That's
the
no
right
trouble.
place.
Can I just tell them who you see?
Yeah, go for it.
So in front of you, Nan, standing at the doorway with the bow trained upon you, you see the elven figure of the person that trained you to be the way you are. You see a slender figure of Dre standing in the doorway of some sort of ruined necropolis in front of you. And they say, saw me, didn't you? Right on the beach. I thought I was far enough away. Looks like some of the training didn't go to waste then. And a cook now, I see. Never really saw you as the homely type, man. And they lower the bow. Got some friends as well.
Who
Never
are
saw
you?
you. Hold on. Never saw you as the friend type, really. Seem to have got a good group around you here. Come. All of you. And they gesture for you to come inside this space. Do you follow?
Can I make an insight?
Can you make an insight check? Of course you can. Yeah, no trouble.
Oh no. Oh boy. Fuck, I'm rolling shit. 14.
14. What is it you're trying to gather?
See if he's trying to lead us into a trouble, want us bad things.
No. Not a trap. Definitely not a trap.
A passive of 17.
You gather they might have a plan. You see that there's some sort of intelligence behind their eyes with you being there.
An intent.
Like they expected you.
I don't like this, guys. What do we do?
Nan, tell them they can trust me.
You can. Sorry, I'm not
That's fine. Okay,
full
cool.
play mode. It's
Sorry,
not
no
working.
trouble.
It's not on for me
That's
right
okay.
now.
It's fine.
So, or go back to the beach. It's fine. You can come and talk to me later. I'll be here. I'll be waiting.
How far away was this journey?
Let's say it took about an hour to kind of weave your way in between the rocks and stuff. So it's going to be like a couple of miles, at least a couple of miles to get into the space. Yes, Bishop. Sorry.
Oh, if they took an hour, that's more than enough time for the thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
So, after waiting roughly 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then would I have seen them just kept walking the shoreline?
You would have seen them. They're going into the rocks, weaving in the rocks again.
Oh, into the rocks.
Yeah.
I feel like I have pretty high perception, so I would have known if they were having a fight or something.
Yeah.
If they took that long, I kind of want to go back into the wagon or
Yeah.
cart.
Into
What is
the-
it exactly? A wagon or a cart?
It's a sled.
Yeah. I'm a sled. Oh, really? I thought. Wow, it's like way off.
A sled with a wagon top, though. Yeah, like a.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm gonna look for 2 books that Niala has to see if they're in like her stuff from where she has in the.
Oh,
in
you
the
wouldn't know where her
lab.
stuff is.
You can
would love-
spend. You can spend an hour investigating the space. Yeah, so make an investigation.
Yeah. If I can find it, I am blind. Here we go. 18.
They find. Where are they?
I mean, Nyala is not stupid. She would sparse us stuff and divide them to be secure. But if you're looking for Sin's diary and everything, you will not find them here.
Ah, okay, there we are, hidden somewhere else.
And the second one,
Second one. Oh, so 2
Sin
books.
had like two or three books. 2 of them are hers, and then one of them is from the dead body we found on the ground, trapped in the ice.
The Sylvan Journal.
Yeah, the silver.
Yeah.
But would you know? You wouldn't know of that though. You wouldn't
It
know
was
that
in
exists.
it was with Sin stuff, and I was in Sin's room.
Hmm.
And then
One
I
of the
think
guardians
I took the dagger before, and then Yana came and then just took everything else.
Okay.
And I didn't even get a chance to say anything because I was just like too
All
much
right.
into
No, okay. All right.
Because that was
This
after the
was-
map making.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Sin stuff and it's part of the books, she would actually have been kept all the books with her safe.
So not in the space. So as we come back to the other folk that are at this mouth of
I'll take a
Oh.
quick glance at Nan just to gauge how Nan's feeling right now.
I think Nan is
Um,
wary, maybe. I don't know.
Thanks for asking. Though first, probably like takes a half a step forward, is somewhat wary, but also kind of, kind of like when people are holding back a kind of a run, I suppose, like to go somewhere. And yeah, there's it wouldn't take a like particularly perceptive or insightful person to kind of notice a look of recognition. But yeah.
Well, if you're not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere fast,
No?
then permit us some time and we will return.
Of course. Is there anything you need?
Not right now.
Just
Sorry.
wish to know, is there any kind of places to gather food?
We have food.
That's not what I asked.
We?
Yes.
How many of you are there?
A few.
Right. We'll be back.
Very well. My name is Dre. You may return here when you're ready. You know the way. I'm sorry for the sneaking about, but had to be sure it was you. Nan. I think I found what we needed. And I'm sorry for leaving you.
It's been a long time.
It has.
It
We'll
was-
catch up when you're ready, but only when you're ready.
Okay.
I have much to tell you about. All of you. I believe you may have a grand part to play in a very complex puzzle.
Puzzle, you say? You just eyes just grow big, and you know that.
Well, I bid you farewell. And they just step inside this chamber and into darkness beyond. and you hear footsteps echoing into this vast chamber beyond. And that is where we shall stop our session for the evening, so everyone can recoup and have a little think and catch up. So yeah, thank you very much for playing, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to get back with you lot. Yay!
Yay.
Thank